Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. I've got a question here from YouTube user The Big Rat Race, who says, I have questions nobody seems to have answers to. I think we got some answers. Why is my attorney demanding I cancel my EEOC appointment? All right. Pause. There's more to this question, but let's stop right there. Yeah, your EEOC appointment is dumb. If you're represented, you don't have to do that appointment. Your attorney can file your case without you doing that appointment, and they can file it in a way where they get to edit everything and make the most persuasive filing possible, which is way better than you going in talking off the cuff with an investigator who's just going to jot some notes down. So, yeah, that's why. You should absolutely listen to your attorney about this. Cancel your EOC appointment. Your attorney's going to file for you. You're just wrong about this one. I'm sorry. Next question. Why is my attorney not looking through all the evidence before trying to settle my case for pennies on the dollar? That I don't know. That concerns me. Clearly, he should be looking at the evidence. Although, I mean, the evidence that you think is relevant may or may not be relevant. I don't know, right? Like a lot of times people will be like, listen, Vince, my boss owns a Porsche, so I definitely win my case. I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? Your case is for racial discrimination. What does your boss owning a Porsche have to do with this? Well, everybody knows that Porsche was a Nazi company. That's how it was started. So my boss owns a Nazi car, so he's a Nazi, so it's racial discrimination. Okay. I did not understand that was your logic. Here's the thing. That's not evidence, and we are both stupider for having participated in this conversation. That's ridiculous. And Big Rat Race, I'm not saying this is you, but there's a lot of clients out there like that, right? Like that just say nonsense, and you're like, great, none of that matters. All the things you just talked about are desperately irrelevant. Let's talk about your claims, right? And so, like, listen, I don't love that your attorney's not looking at your evidence. Your attorney should be taking time with you, spending time on the case. That's very, very important. I also don't know what kind of evidence you're trying to show this attorney, right? Like, is it relevant or is it nonsense? I can't say. I don't know. So is your attorney trying to trick you and settle the case out from under you for nothing? Could be, because they're not taking time. But also, is your attorney trying not to waste her or his time on some nonsense evidence because you don't know how to prove a case? Entirely possible. Just a reality that could be in play here. Why does my attorney have a relationship with their attorney? Because it's a small industry, and your attorney runs lots of employment law cases, and the defense counsel also defends a lot of employment law cases, so they work together out routinely, and that's normal. That's completely normal and like commonplace. And most of the defense attorneys in New York State, I have a relationship with. Some of those relationships are negative, but most of them are generally positive. And that's completely normal. That like doesn't change how I represent my clients in any way. I'm not like, hey, Bobo, I'm going to sell my client out today so I get less money and you get an easy day. That wouldn't make any sense. I'd be putting my license at risk. I'd be making less money. I'd be hurting my clients. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? I would say the relationship with defense counsel generally helps the plaintiff, does not harm the plaintiff. Okay, and then you go on. I'm being used for a quick profit, and I refuse to let this happen. WTF am I supposed to do about this? Okay, so if you actually think you're being used for a quick profit, like if you think your attorney's just trying to flip your case, we have a number of videos on the channel about case flippers. We also have videos on the channel about transitioning from one attorney to another. If you're like really sure this person is trying to flip your case and not giving you a fair shake, then you're going to have to go find a new attorney. And you're going to have a conversation with your current attorney about their lien, if they're on a contingency, and dealing with that and getting your file and all this. That's what you have to do about it if you think that is definitely what's going on. Now, I see here, it looks like you asked this question back on June 21st of 2025. So hopefully things worked out. If they didn't, And if you're still dealing with this, then yeah, I mean, listen, if you're positive this attorney's trying to flip your case for pennies on the dollar, you're going to have to get a different attorney. That's the realistic option. There's not a lot of other options here. So I would check out those videos, how to transition attorneys, case flipping, the video about case flippers. Check those out. Those are going to have a lot of information for you. And just also have a conversation with your attorney, right? Like, you're on the internet talking to us about your attorney, but like, maybe you should be talking to your attorney about your attorney. Like, hey, why are you doing this? And your attorney might have a great reason. Like, oh, because you're not treating for your emotional damages and you didn't earn very much money. So like, you imagine your case to be worth $1 million when in reality, like, due to the way damages are calculated in this field, your case is worth like $60,000. That could be a very real truth that you have to hear from your attorney. I don't know, right? I can't say. I don't know your case. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what was done to you. I don't know what you earned. I don't know if you're treating with a mental health professional. I don't know if you have punitive damages in play because of retaliation claims. There's so much I don't know, so I can't say. But you could have a frank conversation with your attorney, and we have a playlist for that too called Frank Settlement Discussions with Your Attorney that I would recommend hitting up before you have that conversation and getting a really good idea of like how to talk to your attorney, how to approach your attorney and have this frank conversation and really figure this out, right? I think that would have real value for you. Anyways, the big rat race. I hope this helps. If it does, like, subscribe, comment down below, share our channel so it can grow. It helps us to help more people. And I hope you get paid. I hope you get made whole. Take care.